morning. Let me know if you can hear me. And if you can, I will get started. But I'm in Utah in my sister's office in her house. And I just was on traveling today and had a couple of little hiccups, but I'm here. And that's why I look like this. I have no makeup on, so just deal with it. So I'm not sick. Don't ask if I'm sick. I'm not sick. I just have no makeup on. All right, guys. So hello. And Adam's here. Adam's in California, and I'm in Utah. So, but we're here, and we're here to answer your questions for the next little while. And yeah, that's what we're doing. And, you know, we did talk about the fact that I think it was right before, like a week before all the stuff with Israel happened, we got a very clear message from my guides that fall and winter were going to be crazy. People were going to be leaving in groups, and find your center. We'll get through it. Something in spring, it lifts in spring. Spring, something happens. The black cloud lifts, but it's going to be quite a fall and winter, and already it has proven to be just that. So, but I hope that it helps to at least give you a heads up. That's what this is supposed to be about, is just trying to give us a little bit of feeling like we have a little bit of a heads up and a little bit of preparation for what may be around the corner. And yeah, but everything, you know, that we've been saying is pretty much happening right now. I will refer you back to my very first message, which was the King Kong message of Trump falling and many things taking him down, not just one thing, and that he would fall. And the important part about that was that we're meant to see it. I remember they kept emphasizing, we are meant to see this. This is meant to be seen. We're meant to have this lesson right in front of us. We're meant to see this happen. So yeah, so that's what's going on. So, oh, thank you guys. You're so nice. But you know how it is. All right, everybody. So let's get started then. And I do the name. I like do the shout outs at the end, and so we can get started. Yeah, May King Kong. Yeah, that's it. And it was so accurate that it all being in New York, and it was, my guides are pretty cool. When I can get the message, when I can get the message, they're pretty cool. Or they're always cool, but I'm uncool sometimes. All right, guys. So what is first, Adam? What will happen to MAGA Mike Johnson over the next few weeks? Sure, he's Speaker of the House, but what's his deal? Okay. I've gotten a lot of messages about this. I will ask this question about Mike Johnson. Not get a more generic name, right? Mike Johnson. The only thing I got before this happened was that I finally got that he would be from the South. But that was all I could get. I don't know this guy from a hole in the ground, so that's probably why. Okay. Mike Johnson. That's interesting. I just heard the words deep fried. I know it's a Southern thing, but I think it may be talking about the fact that he has very He is very embedded in that kind of older Southern mindset. And it is it's kind of a big part of who he is. He's a very old, kind of outdated, unhealthy, there you go, unhealthy points of view about the world. He's a Trump, he's a, I just heard long live the king. So he's very much in Trump's camp, in Trump's corner, and wants to see him back in office. Hi, thanks to Itanari. Thank you so much. He wants to see Trump back in office. What is he willing to do? So anything, it doesn't feel like, okay, so he feels like almost like a, kind of like a bar character where he'll do pretty much anything except something illegal. Himself, they're saying himself. So he might give orders or give, have ideas or things like that, but he himself is kind of unwilling to put himself on the line that way. He has really weird views about like institutions and stuff. He's very, he feels very like, just has some weird ideas. He thinks, I'm just going to say it and for entertainment purposes only, he does believe that white men should be in charge and they should have more say in decisions being made for the country. I'm just gonna say it. That's what I'm getting. So very weird, old school views. He's going to have a lot to feel sorry for. So I feel like he's going to make a lot of mistakes and he'll feel sorry for them later. So he's going to overstep in some way and do something dumb. He may go the distance, but he's going to ensure that the Democrats get the House. There's something he's going to do. He's going to ensure that the Democrats get the House. So it's kind of like don't fear him, just tolerate him until he's gone. And he's not going to be able to do some of the things that he would like to do, or when it comes to the election, he's not going to have that power. He may be out, but I kind of feel like he might make it to the election, try to pull some shenanigans, and he's out of there. So that's what I got on him. Okay. Now, I don't think he'll want the Dems to get the House, but he's going to ensure it through his, I don't know what that means, just ensure it through his stupidity, through the stupid stuff he does, overstepping. He's going to do something or some things that ensure the Democrats take the House. So it's kind of like, tolerate it and then and then let him go. Sorry, my voice is all blah. How are the MAGA faithful dealing with all the flippity flops against Trump? Okay. There are some that are questioning why. So there are some that are kind of not necessarily seeing the light, but starting to question why would this person flip? Why would that person flip? People like Sidney Powell, who seem to be so, so in it to win it. Why would they flip? So I feel like this has called up questions for people. Not everybody, of course. But a lot of the people that are still with Trump are very desperate. They're desperate to believe certain things and to believe things are a certain way. There's a desperation to these people, and that's what makes them kind of a little scary and a little more dangerous. So they seem like they're a very kind of desperate group, and more so as these things unfold. It's their world's kind of starting to collapse a little bit. It's becoming more and more uncomfortable. The stuff with Israel. So I don't know or I don't remember what he has said about Israel, but I feel like there's some people that Israel may be a problem when it comes to Trump, or Israel may be. I know he doesn't like Netanyahu very much, but I feel like there's something about him and Israel that may be a turning point for some people. They don't like it. And then the ones that are kind of just believe everything he says, they of course feel like they believe like they're coming for him, they'll come for us too. They're out to get us. They're out to put us away, to shut us up, that kind of thing. So I feel like you're going to hear a lot about freedom of speech. And I know we're hearing that now, but I feel like it may be a part of it may be a big thing for them in the campaign as we run up to, and I don't count out something happening with his running or whatever. Like I said, just never seen it. Don't know if I just don't want to see it. Maybe I just don't want to see it. No, but I feel like there may be something that happens that forces him out, or they decide that he's just not the best person to run. Doesn't mean they won't run somebody else that's not MAGA, but I just haven't seen Trump. I always felt like it would be some Christian type of person. But either way, they're not going to win. They're not going to win. Thank you, Firefly. But the things that Trump says, he's dangerous. He's just a dangerous person. The things he says are dangerous. All right. So that's what I got for MAGA. MAGA land, MAGA world. Some talking heads seem to think every one of the 19 defendants in Georgia except Trump may flip on him. What do your guides say? Okay. So I got at least, I think I got the number 12 last time, but I'm gonna check with that. On Friday, I did get Jenna Ellis, would be the next one. I think there might be a few that stick with him. And partly because he's paying their lawyers, he's paying for them. They can't afford it. And they're being convinced that they'll be okay. They'll be protected. Trump will protect you, that kind of thing. I feel like they're really putting somehow, even though he's not supposed to, I feel like they're putting pressure on people not to flip, making promises. Of course, he won't keep them, how he is, but I feel like they're making promises right now and trying to get people to stick with him. I just heard rumble in the jungle. Isn't that there was a fight? Isn't there, Adam, didn't we watch something about?
Yeah, I think it was George Foreman and Muhammad Ali, wasn't it?
Muhammad Ali. Okay, I knew it was a fight, but I didn't know. I feel like there may be some behind the scenes fighting, arguing, and people getting very nervous, worried, people breaking. So I do feel like you're going to see more. I think you may even see a few like next week. It feels like they're like right around the corner. So, but there's a lot of stress and fighting and rumble in the jungle. What would that mean? If anybody gets an idea of what that means, let me know if I'm missing something. But it kind of just feels like and it could be all of the cases. It could just kind of be like there's a lot of shakeups happening, a lot of infighting, fighting behind closed doors, arguing. And I get the feeling of like a breaking point, people reaching their breaking point, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm getting for that. Yeah. And did I miss something up here? Okay. All right. Trump has already broken his gag order twice and paid $5,000 and $10,000 in fines. We all know he's going to keep breaking gag orders. Will he face prison time? Queen for a day in the pokey. Mm-hmm. Now, my opinion is that the idea of him going to jail could or could not have happened. And I feel like we're manifesting it. I feel like so many people want to see him behind bars that it's happening. And even if it's for a day, we want to see it. So let me just check and see. Will Trump do prison time? Will he do prison time? They just said sources say yes. Sources say yes. Sources say yes. I'm wondering if it's going to have something to do with the press as well, or the press is involved in some way. There's also pointing out Georgia. So I don't know if there might be something that happens in Georgia that he ends up actually going to jail. It could be this one, but I'm getting something with Georgia. Maybe it could be both. I'm getting something with Georgia. So Georgia. there is this just feeling of inevitability. He thinks it will help him. He thinks it will help him in some way to go to jail. He thinks it will make people feel sorry for him, give him money. He feels like it will be a big payday. So it's kind of something he may be pushing for. Someone has convinced him of this. I feel like it's Steve Bannon. If it's not Steve Bannon, it's someone with a very similar energy to him. Stephen Miller, maybe. It has that kind of like creepy, chaotic energy. Roger Stone, that's another one that feels like this. I'm not getting exactly who it is. It could be somebody behind the scenes that I don't know, but is like that kind of person. I feels like it's Steve Bannon. But somebody has convinced him, look, don't stop talking. Don't be intimidated, because even if you go to jail, it will be good for you. That's what I feel like they're telling him. So don't stop. Don't shut up. You need to keep talking and keep saying what you need to say. Yeah, that's what I got. Okay. Does Trump want to be put in jail? Oh, I guess he thinks it will animate his brain dead followers to rise. I think it's something to do with that, but I also think it has to do with money. And maybe they just think there are more upsides than downsides at this point, because he's so, his back is up against the wall. So yeah, that's what I got. So Matt Gaetz, evil Elvis doppelganger, and caused the whole speaker kerfuffle. The GOP aren't fans of his, supposedly. How long before he's figuratively knifed in the back on the House floor? Okay. Something is coming. Something's going to come back around. Something's going to come back to haunt him. Making plans behind the scenes. They're making plans for him behind the scenes. He has no idea. There are people planning to get rid of him. I mean, not murder wise, but I mean, get rid of him, like get him out. Make his life complicated. Let's put it that way. I feel like there's something that's coming back to, but I feel like it's because people have given over information or helped in some way, and it's coming back. And he'll be shocked. it'll be a shock for him. And it is karma. He's really burned so many bridges. There won't be anyone to come to his aid or to help him. Nobody trusts him. They consider him to be like selfish and self-serving. So nobody will help him. All right. There are rumors circulating that Putin had a heart attack. What do your guides say? When did that, like today or like when?
I think in the last couple of days. I think it was maybe yesterday or the day before. And then, of course, the news got taken over with the main shooting and stuff. So.
He's getting infusions. He's getting regular infusions. He's being infused with something regularly. I don't know if it's what its treatment's for, but he's getting them regularly. I don't know what that just came up. I don't know. Falling, collapse. I'm not getting a heart attack for some reason, but I am getting a collapse. So maybe he collapsed or fainted. And then the first thing they brought up were these infusions that he's getting, like regular. What else? He's in trouble. Somebody just said he's in trouble. I've seen that movie Remains of the Day. I don't remember the plot of that movie. Do you remember that? Remains of the Day?
Had Emma Thompson in it. I remember that.
And
Anthony Hopkins.
Anthony Hopkins, yeah.
Sort of unrequited love between a butler and a maid, or maybe a father-daughter thing.
Was there
there was no Russian oligarch.
Was there a death in it?
Probably.
Or illness or something? Or maybe it's just that I'm.
No, I think actually the end is all about illness. Maybe she gets sick and it forces Anthony Hopkins' stoic character to sort of break down and admit that he's a human being.
Oh.
Maybe
okay.
That's it. I seem to remember.
I can't see that happening with Putin. Yeah. I can't see him admitting anything.
By the way, the AP, all of the mainstream news sources say it's not true. And the AP actually traced it. It seemed like it was a Telegram account, and it was either intentionally a hoax, but it's a hoax.
Okay.
But it got picked up by the major media.
Okay, well, I'm getting
a lot of media sources, but they basically traced the origin of it. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all I'm getting is that there was at some point there has been he's collapsed. But maybe that's why he gets regular infusions now. Maybe he collapsed, and so they started giving him regular, like, infusions of something. centered around remorse set against a backdrop of impending war. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. He's biding his time. He's very worried what 2024 will bring. Hanging on. He's hanging on. I feel like with his in Ukraine, I feel like he's hanging on. But he's worried. He's very worried. Okay, that's all I got. Using a scale of 1 ketchup bottle for slightly angry to 10 ketchup bottles for really explosively angry, how angry was Trump in court when Michael Cohen was giving, oh gosh. I can hear it's dialogue from a movie. I want his family dead. I want him dead. I don't know what movie that is, but that's what I'm hearing. So that I feel like that's how angry he was, and making a lot of demands that could never be fulfilled. It's The Godfather. Did somebody just say it's The Godfather?
No, it's The Untouchables.
The Untouchables?
Kelly and Sacred Heart got it. The Untouchables.
It's The Untouchables?
Yeah, it's Capone saying it about Elliot Ness.
So that's very interesting, right? Because you always say that it's going to be like Al Capone. He's going to go down for, basically paperwork stuff. But
yeah, and also I think he has syphilis.
Yeah. Oh, that explains a lot. But that's what I'm hearing. So he is Al Capone style angry. And he is, and it is kind of that spinning, like internal spinning and outward spinning, just saying the same things again and again and again, and knowing really there's not a whole lot he can do. He is where he is. And he doesn't really have the IRS to look into people. He doesn't have a Justice Department to sick on anybody. He doesn't have anything really that, so he is just kind of saying crazy things and also spinning on this internally. It's extremely bothersome. Yeah. So he's very, very, very angry. Is the end coming for Clarence Thomas, Mostus Scotus Corruptus, to have $247,000 loan from a friend was simply forgiven? Oh my God, these people. Joke's on Thomas. He should have declared that in taxes. Oh my gosh. What is the deal? So I've always had 3 justices leaving while Biden is in. So if it doesn't happen in the next little while, it will happen in the next term. But this is ridiculous. So let me just see about Clarence Thomas. So I just heard his time is coming. So I feel like he is going to be. Why do I see him on a? I just saw him on a stand, like like a witness stand. I just saw him on a witness stand. Okay. So his time is coming. Too egregious. So things start to become just too egregious. They can't be explained away anymore. So there's more to come out. There's more coming. With his wife too. There's more coming about his wife. It's coming out. I just heard it's coming out. So be patient with this because it's coming. It's coming out. These people, I swear. Did tiny little MAGA Johnson make as many or more deals as Never Kevin to get the speaker's gavel? He did. It's interesting because it's mostly to the more moderate people that he made some promises. I wonder if it's going to be to keep the government open and getting the aid to Israel and Ukraine. I wonder if that's it. But I feel like he's made some promises to them. And I also feel like they knew that people didn't really, they could get him in before people looked him up. That's what it feels like. He wasn't a known. He was an unknown quantity. And by the time they figured him out, he would be in. Why is Sean Hannity coming up? Sean Hannity is coming up for some reason. And Steve Bannon again is coming up. So I don't know if they're making decisions behind the scenes or giving suggestions behind the scenes, but I feel like there's something about them with him. Would Sean Hannity make calls to people, like calls to Congress?
Yeah, he was, in fact, over Jim Jordan.
Okay.
He was caught. There were like texts or whatever of him basically trying to pressure GOP members to like basically solve this because it was embarrassing the Republican Party. So, and then he went on this whole mea culpa, but like, so what? No, I'm not. I'm allowed to do that. What do people think I do? I'm here to like help the party and stuff. Basically, kind of admitting his position on it. I mean, he's not a journalist, right? We know that. He's just a talking head.
Yeah, because I feel like he had something to do with him getting in. I feel like he was calling people or trying to help him get in. So
Hannity is an avowed, Catholic, and very much part of that. In fact, I've just finished the book on Fox. On the history of it, and like all the top bigwigs there, most of them are like, there's the whole Catholic brigade from the time when Roger Ailes was there.
Okay.
Very conservative.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting though, is that they had something to do with him getting in. And yeah, he did make some promises, but it's not to the extreme. It was to the not extreme. It was to the, he made some promises. So they're all, yes, it is sickening, Mimi. I'm with you there. Me too. I'm happy when we do Thursday Night Live too, Jewel. Okay, the two-state solution for Palestine has been gaining some traction in the light of all of the terror in Israel and destruction in Gaza. Does it have more of a chance now or less? Well, I feel like it's more, I feel like that is what is going to happen. It's going to take time. I do feel like Biden is heavily involved, though. I'm seeing that guy. I think he's the head of the United Nations, that kind of older guy. Thank you, SO. I think he's the head of the United Nations, but I'm seeing him as well involved. Pressure. I just heard pressure. So I feel like there is going to be pressure put on maybe Israel and Palestine, I guess, to do a two-state solution. Repair, something about repairing. Maybe it is that the United Nations will help to repair all of the damage in both places if there's a two-state solution, something like that. Like there'll be some kind of help that is there if this is what happens. Brought to the table. So they're brought to the table. Something's going to happen with this. I know it seems, maybe it's darkest before the dawn, but I know that, in that reading where it said to, find our center, and this was going to be a rough fall and winter, a crazy kind of chaotic, that in the spring it lifts. And so maybe there'll be some talks or something going on in the spring. Because it's weird, because I don't feel like it's very far away, even though they're like, oh, this is going to be a long war and blah, blah, blah. I don't feel like it's too far away for some reason. So, and I just heard brought to the table again. So they're going to try to get everybody to the table and fix this. MTG is trying to bring a censure resolution against the only Palestinian in the House, Rashida Tlaib. Will it succeed or fail? I don't see this being I kind of see it fizzling. I don't feel like there's enough support for it. And I also feel like it's like, we don't want to go down this road. Like we don't want to place ourselves in this position. We don't want to go down this road. So I feel like there won't be enough, at least that's what I'm getting, that there won't be enough support for it. It feels like it kind of fizzles out. Yeah, it feels like it kind of fizzles to me. It doesn't really go anywhere. There might be talk about it, but it doesn't really go anywhere. Will MTG in turn be censured or otherwise told to shut up? Maybe we can hire that. Oh, I know that lady. She was so rude. Talk about rude. And the press needs to start, getting a little more feisty, I think, with stuff like that, because that's just rudeness. That's just being rude, and they have rights to ask questions. They're the press. I don't know, told to shut up. I just feel like she won't have the support needed. It'll kind of be like, oh, we don't want to go down that road, or we don't want to do anything like that. Let's just stay, keep our hands clean of that kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm not getting that. Hi, Debbie. I'm going to see you in a couple of days. Yay. We were all sad, or I guess I'll see you tomorrow. We're all saddened by the Maine mass shooting. Will he be caught or similar before he can kill more people? Okay, I was trying to tune in on this today as I was in flight and asking about this. So let me just see if I get anything else on this. I keep seeing the woods with him for some reason. And I've never been to Maine. I know it's by the water, and I know there's like fisherman stuff, but I don't know about the woods. But I keep seeing the woods with him. Like in and out of the woods. Pressure cooker. I just heard pressure cooker. A sick man he's holding on, a sick man. I feel like but I do feel like not just sick for what he did, but like sick, ill, mentally ill. And I think we talked about, or they talked about on the news, him being in a psychiatric hospital, but I feel like and I feel I'm hearing stick to the plan. So I feel like he has this all planned, or he has some sort of a plan. But I feel like it's not going according to plan, but stick to the plan. So I feel like there are to me, though, it doesn't feel as much about more shootings as just getting away, going away. I feel like he wants to get across state lines, or wants to move across state lines. It's hard to say if there's more. I just keep hearing stick to the plan. So I feel like this, I'm asking what's the plan. So 1 second. This is not a dumb guy. He's this really smart man. This is not a dumb man. He's a very smart man. And I'm seeing like, if this happens, then we'll do this. If this happens, then I'll do this. If this happens, then I'll do. It's like there's all kinds of plans for different scenarios. What is he doing? Teach them a lesson, I just heard. They'll figure it out. So I feel like they're on his. They've got some. It's interesting. They've got some. I feel like they even have people like that have worked with him or something that are like working with the FBI, or because I feel like there's people that actually know him and worked with him or something that are working with the FBI that are. So there's this whole team like tracking him. And I feel like they may catch up to him soon. They're on his tail. I feel like they're close. So I hope that they get him. Turning him in. I feel like there's people that maybe he contacted or knows something. Because I feel like he's one step ahead right now. But they're tracking him. They're on his way. They're on their way. But when I asked what his plans were, it was like seeing like when a crazy person has like all the faces and all of the lines pointing to different faces and maps and stuff like that. I feel like there's all these different scenarios he's thought of in case of different things happening. So it's and he's telling himself like stick to the plan. So yeah. That's all I got. It was intense though. I could feel the just the wanting to get him. So they're doing really everything they can. I feel like they pulled in like a bunch of different people to try and figure out where he's going, where he would go. And I feel like people have even like turned him in, like said he was just here, or I know he's got a house here. I know he goes here often. Like people are helping. So, okay. Would Biden or the U.S. ever consider the concept of a universal basic income? Alaska actually has a version of this, giving around $2,000 a year to each person in the state from the Alaska Permanent Fund. I mean, they won't even let him do school loan forgiveness, right? I can't imagine they'd be like, oh, we're going to get money they didn't work for. We'll see. Hang on. Let me look at it, though. So they're saying kind of. So I kind of feel like it may be like expanding Medicare, expanding Social Security, or it's something like that. Because I feel like it's not in that kind of form, and that it reaches more people, but it's not like for everybody. And it seems like I just heard 5-year plan. So I feel like at some point, maybe when Gavin Newsom is president, there's like a 5-year plan to do this and to allocate more money for more people on a regular basis. Okay, you're an Alaskan. Okay, thank you for chiming in. So maybe it is more like what's happening in Alaska, because it's kind of like to me it seems like an expanded, almost like a expanded Social Security. So just remember that I'm saying this, but there's talking about some kind of crisis that comes up that kind of forces this move. It doesn't feel like it's for many years, like maybe I want to say 5 years or something, but then there's a 5-year plan. So maybe within 5 to 10 years, this would happen. But I feel like it is kind of like that, but it's to me, it's expanding on things that already exist, but making them much bigger. So that's what I got. I hope that helps. That's kind of a big question. It doesn't seem like it, but when I started to look at it, like, whoa, okay, what the heck? But yeah, but sometimes, look what came out of like the New Deal came out of all the depression and everything. So sometimes it takes stuff like that to happen for us to find these kinds of solutions that are actually better or actually work better. Yeah, so that's what I got. Samilia asked about the current state of Stacey Abrams' future. Okay. I just heard outreach, something with outreach, but I feel like I feel like it might be in the next administration, something about outreach. If it's, I don't know, it's voter outreach or something. That's the only thing I can think of because of what she does. But I'm seeing her go to other countries too. So, what is this? Maybe it's something new. It has something to do with democracy. It's a democracy, something about democracy. And I feel like she's going to different countries. But I feel like it's a federal position. So that's what I'm seeing for her. Something in the next administration or the same administration next time, but it's something to do with democracy or keeping, I don't know, something with democracy and outreach. I would have to think it has something to do with voting because he's been so key in that, but that's what I'm seeing for her. So I'll just say she's going, nationwide. I'll just say that, or international or something. Trisha 704 just got out of the hospital after another heart attack. Oh my gosh. Yes, we will send you prayers, Trish. Karen Conroy is also asking for prayers, you guys. She's been receiving treatments for cancer. Yeah, a lot of that going on. And we did a special prayer for Gary Champion on my Sunday show, so you can go check that out. And you can leave a comment there or leave a comment on Gary's channel if you want to say hello and send him help for his pain. He's in the critical stages of cancer, so we're praying for him. All right, everybody. We're in this together, right? Find your center. It's all going to be okay. Yeah. All right, everybody. So I'll see everybody that's going to the retreat. I'll see you this weekend. And Debbie, I'll see you tomorrow. And thanks, Adam. Thanks for all your help. Happy Halloween. That's my favorite holiday because my birthday's 2 days before. My birthday's the 29th. My sister's birthday is the 30th. And then it's Halloween. Yeah, Bunny's kind of giving me updates. I haven't had one for a couple of days, but I know she's the only caretaker, so she's got her got our hands full right now, but we'll keep them in our prayers and keep thinking about them. But yeah, we love Gary. All right, guys, and Bunny. All right, so D. Fleming, Craig Dixon, I will see you soon. I will see you soon. I'll start a little bit higher here. Connie B, Cynthia Pierce, John of New. Thanks, John of New. Go see John of New's channel if you haven't. Freebird Spirit, go see Debbie's channel if you haven't. Thanks, Debbie. Patricia Frenzino, Annie Bear 7F. Sharon Sipe, Warren Ukraine, Firefly Lawyer, J Cat Lady, Mimi Rose, Sharon Sipe, NH Mountain Dancer, Connie B. Thank you. D. Fleming, Craig Dixon, May K, Kelly Scarborough. I'll see you in a couple days. Oh, your son's his 30th. How funny. Happy birthday to your son. Carrie V, Martha, Michelle Grand, or Grande. Thanks, Adam. Sherry Bear, or Boire. Joni S, Noel Douglas, Darren, L. Joy, Ingrid Perez, Mother of Three Gotcha, Betty Harper, Trish 6704, Stephanie Craig, Dark Iris, Warren Ukraine, Sandra in Connecticut, thank you. Lisa Yeager, thank you. AJ Lowe, Dawn Foster Langford, Patricia Franzino, Minuet Maya, Connie B, May K, Darren, Lucretia Valdez, Larissa Jeffrey, Frida Stinger. Thank you guys for hanging out. Virgo and Sin, Sweetie Darling Lulu, Jacqueline Walters, Jamie Johnson, Jess R, Lisa Frosters. Oh, your brother's is the 30th. How funny. Claudia KC, Sandra Tibbetts, thank you. Pat BW, Sharon Sy, thanks so much. Oh, thanks, Craig. I can't wait to see you and Clara there. Cheryl Nash McIsaac, AJ Lowe, Michelle Maybell. I think I already said that one. Carol Lamb, and G. Martha, Kenki F. Thanks so much. Happy Halloween. Dan Artist Painter, thank you so much. Stephanie Staley, Mia G. Kimmy G, Lisa Foster, Kelly Baum, thank you so much. Susan Bay, Marby Gongora. Oh, thank you. Gigi by the Sea, Electra Storm, Jan Jam, Michelle Grande, Martha, Jamie Johnson, David Mackham, hello, Patty Olson, Sweetie Darling Lulu, Rob Reynolds, Janice Connett, Darren, Stephanie Staley. Is that right, Staley? Thank you for the happy birthday. Martha Spellman, thank you for the happy birthday. Roseanne DeMarco, thank you so much, Roseanne. Carol Michael, I hope it will be wonderful. Jamie Johnson, Kelly, Angie, J Cat Lady, Ree Peacock, Diana Hill, and Sharon Sipe again. All right, everybody. Oh, Music RN Diana. Thanks, everybody, so much. I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time. I'll have a recorded episode on Sunday, and I'll see you on next Friday on Debbie's channel for Friday. All right. Okay, everybody, have a good night. See you later. Happy Halloween. Bye.